everyone, this is Toby with Birdsong Studios. How are we doing? I hope everyone is well. Thank you so much for joining me here on the channel. I greatly appreciate your time, your attention, and your openness to these messages. So we're continuing with our messages around the solar eclipse for each sign. So as I said in the previous video, these are probably going to most resonate for you with your rising, sun, and possibly moon sign. Yes, moon signs. We are going to start with Cancer today. We will probably look at Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. And we're starting with the Life Soul Vision Oracle deck. And as just a quick reminder, as I'm shuffling these, this is for the solar eclipse in Aries that is occurring on the 19th and or 20th of April, depending upon where you are. This is a rather rare eclipse. It is considered a hybrid, which is a combination of an annular, which is characterized by that ring of fire that you see at the peak of the eclipse, and a total, which is a complete covering of the sun. Interesting tidbit is that you can't see both in the same geographic location. So in some places at totality, you'll see the annular eclipse, which isn't really a total eclipse. It's just inside a total eclipse, and then in some places there will be a total eclipse. And again, this is a rather rare version of a solar eclipse. There's the one that we will have this week, and then the next one won't be until, I think it's November of 2031, and then following that it will be another 133 years before there's another hybrid solar eclipse. So for Cancer, let's see what comes through. Wow, heart energy. There was so much heart energy for Taurus, I believe it was, in the last reading. We have 9 and 36, so we have two 9s here. Closing up of a cycle or moving towards the end of a cycle for you, Cancer. There we have gratitude and growth with this heart energy and golden ribbons of light. Let's see. Yeah, I'm getting this beautiful opening of the heart chakra that may be happening with the solar eclipse for you, Cancer. And all of a sudden it seemed like the energy got really quiet. There's a sense of grace and this fluidity, easy for me to say, of movement with the dragonflies and the seagulls. I'm really drawn to, we have multiples of 3 here with the 9 and 36, and I'm really drawn to the 3 seagulls on this card. But it feels representative of your mind, body, and soul versus 3 people. I'm also now getting that it may be symbolizing 3 guides that are working with you at this time. And listening, being open to listen to one's guides, to spirit, to the divine in whatever form resonates for you has been was an overriding message, really, or one of the main messages in our first solar eclipse reading for the general themes. And so I feel like that is echoed here for you, Cancer. Yeah, there's just this soft movement and grace. I feel like this opening of your heart energy, that with it you feel this, or may feel this sense of upliftment and this sense of ease, and really of going with the flow of where your heart leads you. yeah, just really being open to listening to where your heart leads you. And again, I get the presence of the spirit guides with these dragonflies and this sense of looking beyond what you may normally perceive. And I feel that in two ways. One, in relation to your spirit guides and being open to receiving messages in all forms, and maybe beyond those guides that you normally commune with or communicate with. And then in the second way, looking beyond what you normally see, as far as, because I get this very dreamy energy with this, so looking beyond what you normally perceive as, oh, I'm hearing what you're worthy of. Cancer. Cancer, Cancer. You are so worthy of everything. Everything and all things simultaneously. Really opening your heart up to receive then that beautiful light and love that is your birthright. That feels like the main theme for you at this time. Interesting. I thought I started my stopwatch just to kind of keep an eye on what our time frame is here, but it didn't start. Certainly could have been my error, but that kind of struck me when I glanced over at it to see where we were. And what I'm getting is this 0 point then. This new beginning. The 0 is linked, of course, to the Fool card in the tarot, and the beginning of a brand new journey with this. And maybe this is the opening for you in this recognition of all that you are worthy of, all that you do deserve, and the ending of this cycle of not believing in that, not holding yourself in that regard is what I'm hearing. Okay, and I realized that I forgot to turn the cards around on my last reading, so I apologize to you guys that you couldn't see them so well. Cancer, you are so worthy to receive all the love and the abundance and the light that this life has to offer, that the divine has to offer, because remember, the divine is within you. Okay, let's see what the tarot has to add here for you, Cancer, for the solar eclipse in Aries this week. Feels like there's something a bit, it's just as I was about to say that. Okay. The Knight of Swords. Okay, and it did come out in the reverse, and so I'm getting this kind of letting go of any defensive energy, letting go of, oh, this is letting go so that you can receive. And this may not be the traditional meaning of the Knight of Swords, but the Knight does charge forward, and the Knight of Swords tends to move with at a pretty good clip, I'm hearing. And in this rendering of it, he has his sword drawn, and in most, as a matter of fact, now that I'm thinking of my tarot decks, most of them he has his sword drawn. And so since it came out in the reverse, it does feel like this a bit of lowering of your defenses, and this goes along with this opening of your heart chakra, and now I'm feeling that energy, and it's causing a bit of anxiety, it seems like. So this is where your guides come in, Cancer. Check in with the divine, check in with your guides, allow them to offer you support and guidance and lead you in this way, and to know without a doubt that you are protected in this. Oh, and then here we have on the other side of the solar eclipse, and again, this goes back to what we talked about with the main message, right? The Queen of Fire came out, and she was card number 2 in the Life Soul Vision Oracle deck, and that is card number 2. Oh, no. You know what? I had that wrong. Well, intuitively, I was getting the Empress energy in that. Interesting. Okay, let me not get distracted. The Empress is here as this beautiful creative energy because of the things, when you open your heart and allow yourself to receive, then what is born from that? Allow yourself to dream bigger. That's that seeing things from a different perspective that I was referring to earlier. So yes, the Knight stays in reverse, but let me show you this beautiful Empress and how she is the creator energy, the creatrix, that which produces life. She is the energy of Mother Gaia. And see how she's protected. She has the angel wings around her. Here is your Knight in the upright. But this is you putting your sword down. This is you opening your heart space. And you know, the thing about putting the sword down is it's still at your side. It's not a throwing it away. It's not a disposing of it. It's of sheathing it so that it's there and you know when to use it to implement your boundaries, to protect yourself if necessary, but not going through life with your sword drawn. Because it's hard for anyone to give to you if you're walking around with your sword drawn, right? So this is your energy for the solar eclipse, Cancer. Really working on your heart space, your heart chakra, and allowing yourself to receive and believing that you are worthy of it, Cancer, because you are worthy of all of it. Okay, I'm going to end it there for Cancer, and we're going to move on to Leo. I will clear the space energetically. We will shuffle the cards again a couple of times, several times, and then, oops, connect into the Leos of you out there. Oh, and my nose just started to itch. All right, Leo's ready to go. Those cards popped out, my nose started itching. Leo's ready to talk, feels like. Okay, so let's get messages for Leo around the solar eclipse, please, Spirit. This a little bit. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for these messages for Leo around the solar eclipse in Aries, a fellow fire sign. Solar eclipse in Aries, please, Spirit, for Leo. Again, this would be for Leo, sun, rising, or moon. You may find that these most highly resonate for those placements for you. I'm getting a little bit of head fullness, but it's almost in the the upper left quadrant. Interesting. You may experience some headaches during this time, Leo. Eclipses can bring that on. It can bring physical headaches. It can also bring headaches as far as, this feels more like an emotional headache, possibly. Maybe a little bit of stress for you, Leo. Maybe that was that energy that was coming out earlier when we first started shuffling. A little bit of stress. It can bring some pretty radical changes and revealing of information. And we have the solstice popping out here. Celestial stillness. So it seems like that's what you may be in need of at this time, Leo. Release that tension, because I am definitely feeling a tension headache now. Allow yourself the space and time for stillness. There are also a lot of, or have been recently and certainly are going to continue, we are going to be seeing a lot of solar activity with the sun itself. And these are pretty massive solar activations that we are receiving. Encoded footprints. And we had that with Taurus. So if you have Taurus somewhere in your chart, Leo, you might want to go check that one out with the last reading. But we have 19 and 41. I really feel this is a time of you reflecting. It's almost like you're stepping into this new beginning and this feels like something you've been working towards. This is not something unexpected, but I do feel a little bit of that tension. It's almost this is where the need for stillness comes in. It's time to slow down a little bit or give yourself some space, Leo. And I feel like you've been pushing forward on something, and there is value in investing so much focus and intention and time into something that is so meaningful for you. At the same time, it's really important to find balance in it so that we are not in a state of hustling or grinding or just overworking, overwhelming ourselves. And I feel like you may be getting to that point, and that's where that tension headache is coming from. This feels very personal. It may not resonate for all of you Leos out there, but this feels like a time to look back to, well, let me rewind a bit, a time for stillness so that you can look back and appreciate on all of the efforts you have made. Instead of, this is an important time for manifestation, and we talked about that in the initial solar eclipse reading. So it's very important for you to appreciate all of the effort you have done. And that's these encoded footprints, because there is meaning for every step you've taken. And instead of looking forward in an energy of, or with a focus on where you are not yet, let's look at where you are already. I feel like that which you've been working towards, you're going to start to see more of the rewards of it in the physical world, things that are tangible to you around the solstice. But for now, this is a time to celebrate what you have done. And whether you see tangible rewards or not, the rewards are within you. They may not be visible to anyone but you. I think actually they are, but maybe it's you that is not recognizing it yet. So honestly, it doesn't matter whether anyone else recognizes it, right? We have to recognize it in ourselves, or we'll never see or accept any sort of recognition from an outside source. So this is asking you, the solar eclipse is really encouraging you to give yourself a moment of stillness. One, because you need to rest. I feel that chaotic energy at the beginning is that go, 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 and it's time to give yourself a break. It's time to rest a bit. And in that moment of rest, reflect on how much you have accomplished. I'm just seeing the lines of code behind the footprint here. And I just get this sense of like seeing a computer screen just, and granted it's like an old, I'm getting very old. It's like watching code being created, and it's just going and going and going and going and going. And it's almost in this circular pattern, like you can see it rolling up on the screen. And this is the physical form of the energy and the work and the diligence you've put into whatever this passion is for you. It's just how they're showing it to me, just to show the volume of it. But also recognizing that there is divine timing in this, and when this comes to fruition, you can see the hieroglyphic or the hieroglyphs behind this footprint, behind the modern code. And so this is destined for you. This is something that I feel like you're bringing forth from lifetimes of knowledge and wisdom. But it's so important for you to give yourself that time to rest. And make sure that you're working each step from an aligned space, aligned with the energy of, aligned with the energy that you want to feel in this project, in this passion. When you are feeling most passionate about it, this is the energy that certainly we're human. We're going to have highs and lows, dips and peaks, right? But when you're getting to a place of overwork, you're not entering into this work, into your passion, into your inspiration from a point of passion and inspiration and desire. You're entering into it in an energetically lacking space. So I hope this makes sense, but we're in a very prime period of manifestation right now, and it's really important to make sure that you're aligned with the energy you want to experience in the future. Okay, I hope that makes sense. All right, so we're going to get some tarot as well to expand on this just a bit. Really beautiful energy, and funny how, interestingly, I should say, as we talked about rest and about celebrating your successes, the milestones you've achieved already, sometimes when we're in that process, we forget to look back and really appreciate ourselves for how far we've come. But once I started talking about that headache went away. It's reframing your focus. It's reframing or being very intentional in your energy with this, Leo, okay? It's really important. One more shuffle and we'll see what the tarot has to add. Okay. Solar eclipse messages for Leo, please, Spirit. Solar eclipse messages for Leo. Swords. And see how she's sitting in her chair? Really focusing on your thought space and what energy, again, is your mind space in at this time. Use that brilliance of yours and the experience that has given you so much wisdom to be strategic in your thoughts and about how you move forward with this passion, with this project. because look at all the beautiful creation that's coming from it with these blue butterflies everywhere around here, showing this transformation that of you through this process. Oh, and look, there's your card, the Strength card, Leo. This is your strength, Leo. But this is the balancing of power within you, the power to know when to really express that leonine energy of yours, and then the power to know when to rest, because look at the lion, and he has the angel by his side. The lion's resting. He has his eyes closed. He's reflecting. And she actually holds the crown. This is just a beautiful representation of the Leo energy. And it's perfect for you guys for this message, because this is definitely this balancing of this fire energy with the air energy, and making sure that they're working in alignment, using this air energy and this fire energy for your highest good in this situation, so that you are able to take time to rest and able to devote your power and your fire energy into your pursuits and your passion in a measured fashion, though. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting this sense of being very measured in how you, and almost strategic with your energy, because you don't want to overdo it and then come from a place of diminished resources, is what I'm hearing. Give yourself time to rest, Leo. And know that, I mean, the lion is very measured in his energy, right? Or her energy even. They rest a good part of the day on the savannah. They know when to make use of their time. They know how to maximize it. They know when to expend their energy to attain their goals. And then they know when to find a shady spot and take a nap. And they also work well together as a pride, as a group. So I feel that's coming through as well, to work with those closest to you, allow them to help you. Okay, Leo, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this helped. We're going to cleanse with intention and energetically again, and then we're going to shuffle the cards and see what we have for Virgo. Okay, Virgo. The sun popping out here. What do we have for Virgo for solar eclipse in Aries, please, Spirit? For some reason, I'm reminded to mention again that this is the opening change of the nodes of fate. They are moving into the Aries and Libra axis from this point. So that must be of importance to you, Virgo, because that certainly came through as something important to mention. Okay, so maybe you have your moon in Aries, Virgo, or your moon in, or your MC in Libra. Okay, so here, Earth, Medicine, and Magic. Oops, just dropping cards. That's beautiful, earthly, grounded energy for you, Virgo. It feels almost like magician energy here, certainly. And as we talked about in the Leo portion, the importance of awareness of the manifestation potential at this time, being very intentional with your energy, because as you can see, this figure is in a bit of a meditative state. He's grounded in the earth, but man, his attention is firing like lightning bolts out into the universe. And I feel like this is exactly what you're doing at this time, Virgo. So being very, very intentional with where your energy goes, where your thoughts go, your behavior, your actions, but being so intentional with and very observant and aware of your energy, because you are sending out lightning bolts into the universe, and you are magnetizing to you experiences, people, opportunities, with those bolts of intention and energy. And then we have the Queen of Air, light language. Oh, how beautiful. And so you've got 47, which is 11, guided and protected by angels. And then you have 4, this beautiful number of I'm thinking of the 4 of Wands. I'm getting this mental image of the 4 of Wands. It feels very what's the word I'm trying to say? I know the wands are fire energy, but I'm getting again this very grounded energy, this very stable, and creating this home foundation with it. Light language. Oh, okay. So again, okay, we talked about in the original solar eclipse reading, the general collective reading, about how close, or the importance of being open to your guides at this time, being open to communication from your guides, from the angels, from spirit, from the divine, from the universe, with whomever or whatever beings or energies resonate for you, can have meaning for you. And I'm getting with this light language here that this is referring back to, we have an angel here. Of course, she's wrapped in this beautiful light language. Light language, if you're not familiar, is the language of source, of the divine. And it has, when it's drawn or written or spoken or sung, intoned, it has amazing activations and healing properties within it. And I'm getting this sense of, I talked about the 4 of Wands, but that felt like we have these ancient temples behind the Queen of Air. And I'm getting this sense, and this has come through with some of the other signs too, definitely this connection of past lives. And so I feel like there's this wisdom that it's coming to you, and you may find it revealed in symbols or in sounds that maybe you don't recognize. If you're familiar with light language, it may be that this is going to be something that's coming online for you, something that you will start to express or channel. And it's something that has been within you over lifetimes, Virgo. And it feels like this activation is occurring. Oh wow, this activation is occurring during this solar eclipse, because now I'm seeing this earth medicine and magic in an opposite way, and this lightning bolt is this activation into you, Virgo, at this time. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow, some really, really intense energy coming through for you during this solar eclipse. Okay, let's see what else we have with the tarot. And just as I said that, card number, oh no, that's the Ace of Swords though. More air energy. This could be this gift coming through, this activation. And it could also be that this is a light activation that's coming through to you. And maybe the wisdom, the skill set that is activated isn't necessarily that of transmitting or channeling light language, but something else, but something that is transmitted and activated through light to you at this time. And I can't remember which reading it was now, but I talked about solar activations. It may have been in the Leo reading. All right, we have King of Cups. Okay, let's see what else we have coming out here for you, Virgo, for the solar eclipse. The Prince of Wands, Page of Wands. Interesting. I'm going to get one more. This King of Cups, please. Isn't it interesting how these two kind of mirror each other in the color? This Page of Wands is this young, fiery energy, very enthusiastic. There's huge creativity. I'm really drawn to this dragon too. This is fueling your passion. But something that is new, young, maybe a new young idea, as we saw kind of hinted at with that Ace of Swords coming through as I was shuffling. But there's a sense of emotional intelligence and compassion and honesty that comes through with this King of Cups, this devotion. Something heart-led for sure, but from a balanced state. Okay. So, I feel whatever this activation is that comes through for you, Virgo, whether it's a new gift, whether it is channeling light language, whether it's something else that comes online for you, I do feel this strongly. There will be some sort of activation for you during this time. This sparks this new creative exploration, and I feel you exploring it with a childlike sense of awe and wonder. There's a sense there's a sense of magic to it. We have magic referenced here with earth medicine and magic, and then we have the dragon here. So I feel the dragon is kind of is showing you the magic that is available to you in this activation. And this is the activation itself, and then what you can see as potential through it is symbolized here in this King of Cups. This or this is your heart space around it. I don't know that I'm describing this very well. Okay, give me just a second. It's bringing through a sense of devotion and open-heartedness to this, whatever comes through with this activation, to this new gift. It brings with it a sense of balance for you. It's almost as if it puts a piece of the puzzle in place that may have been missing in your journey at this point. And because of that, not only are you so curious about it and so drawn to it and inspired by it, but you're also very protective of it. And that's what we have represented here in the Nine of Wands. You're very protective of it. And this came through also, this type of energy came through in the Gemini reading, of being very protective of the energy around something that is just newborn. Because you're still, not only are you still exploring it, you're still determining how you feel about it and what you think about it, but it just hasn't fully formed, it hasn't taken shape, so it needs that protection to allow it to take shape in the way it was intended and without outside interference. And so there's an invitation or a recommendation even to not share this widely, to not, to give yourself the space to acclimate to it, to integrate it, to learn more about it from a purely, from a pure place without any sort of external influence or advice or opinions, anything like that to distract or hearing distort this beautiful gift until you have fully integrated it and have explored it and have really become solid in how you feel about it, what it means to you. It's not that you need to become a master of this skill before you share it, but it's about your emotions around it, as symbolized by this King of Cups here. You want to be solid in how you feel about it before you share it widely. Okay, so I want to show you this little dragon. How cute is he? There's the magic. Here's your King of Cups. See how he's just kind of off by himself too? You need that space with whatever this gift or activation is, and protect it. It needs that time. And maybe it's only a matter of 2 weeks, right? Because here's the full moon. So that would be 2 weeks after this eclipse. And maybe that's all it takes. It doesn't have to be in a lengthy period of time. It just needs, again, to be intentional. Intentionally give yourself the time and the space to really determine how you feel about this before you share it widely. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, Virgo. Thank you so much for joining me here. I really appreciate it. And I will be back soon with the next set of readings. We will do Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. Is that everybody? Yep, that will do Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius in the next round. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate your time, your attention, and your openness to the messages.